Welcome back. Throne's clear, credits are done. Now all that's left is Broom Tower. First, let's spend all these souls. Now if you want Malunch's last 3 Brightbugs, now is the time. But I'm going to skip them because, as I mentioned in the last split, this route has some spares. This route only includes 6 essential Brightbugs, and I'm only going to use a total of 7 non-essential ones. I skipped the Brightbug and all these keep. I'm not even going to buy Malunch's last 3, and I won't even consider the 2 in Broom Tower, and I'm still going to have 3 extras. So this is all to say that I encourage you to think about your Brightbugs, decide for yourself where you most want to use them, and part of that answer may be to skip some entirely, like the 2 in Dead Cave, for example. Anyway, because we're not buying the Brightbugs, we're just going to put all these souls into levels. We're going to get as much endurance as we can afford. Now we're in endgame now, and levels are getting really expensive really fast. So we have over 600k souls, and we can only afford 10 or 11 levels. It's rough. And this is why it's so important to be efficient with your stats. And this is where those Simpletons and Skeptic spices really pay off. Those spices allowed us to lower our Int and Faith, saving 10 levels. We reset our Strength after we finished with the Hammer, that saves 6 levels. And we chose the objectively correct starting class, Swordsman, not Explorer, that saves another 8 levels. That's 24 levels total. Do you have any idea how much the next 24 levels will cost us? I'll tell you, it'll be just over 2.1 million souls. That's almost half our soul memory. That's like 6 extra Rottens. So, being efficient with the levels is very important. It gives us a lot more endurance than we otherwise have. And this matters, by the way. These levels matter. Not just because more green bars are always better, but we really want to reach at least 68 endurance to get an extra blackbow shot. That extra blackbow shot is massive for getting to Elan. It makes the approach to Sir Elan almost free. Anyway, that's enough talking about souls and levels. Let's go to Broom Tower. Broom Tower, we're going to want Dark Fog, Fall Control, a couple of Yearns, and Homeward. Let's go. Alright, at the start of Broom Tower, we're going to put on Cat Boots and Cat Ring. We need both. And now for Quick RTSR, we drop to the central cog. And we drop to the exit down there, that little path by the doorway. Drop over here. There's RTSR. Excellent. What am I stuck on here? Come on. Here we go. Drop down here. Put on the stone ring. And 2-shot this guy. Headshot, body shot. Get him out of the way. Excellent. And now we're going to sneak past. Drop down to where he was, sneak past this other guy. Just take it nice and easy. Okay. I'm gonna leave the cat ring on for most of Broom Tower. Let's get Caranthi back and the fire short bow. This is where this thing starts to come in really handy. But a lot of these cask runner guys and fire damage will cause them to just explode. Encourage me to clearing this area out. Blow them up. Then over here, drop down at the ladder, but hug the wall. We want to stay next to the ladder wall. Move up here. Blow up the barrels. We want to blow up those barrels before we step out here. There was a possessed armor standing there. The explosion knocked him back into the fire trap. Because he did not see us, he didn't aggro, so he's not going to move. So he just sits in the fire trap until he dies. It's very convenient. These cask runner guys. Blow them both up. And now we should be able to yearn and run to the next area. Should be able to get through this drop section with a single yearn, but you can cast a second if you like. Easy. Drop down over here and kill another cask runner. Just make sure you're at a safe distance when you shoot them. We'll head over here and blow up this room. Bunch of barrels and more cask runners. Boom. Clear out that room. Now we're going to switch to our black bow. Find an angle on this Iron Warrior's knee, because they are not distracted by Yearn. And then we're going to poison him with 4 quick shots. And we'll follow up with as many magic arrows as we can land before he starts moving. Okay, he didn't move much. Sweet. Didn't move at all. He will eventually start walking around a little bit. Won't always be quite that easy. But we're safe up here. We have as long as it takes to kill him. And move on. Okay, now we still have both Cat Ring and Cat Boots on. That's important. You could also buff fall control for this next drop, big drop coming up, but with Cat Boots and Cat Ring, it'll do just a tiny sliver of damage, so we'll be okay. So Yearn, open the door. Yearn again, keep him busy. Run out here. Also have another Yearn before we round the corner. We want to make sure all these enemies have something to look at before we get out here. Keep the Yearn active. Take no chances with these guys. This is the big drop I was talking about. With both Cat Boots and Cat Ring, it does just a tiny sliver of damage. So we'll be okay. But you could buff ball control for that as well, either way. Alright, now we made it to the next bonfire. Now if you're low on spell restoring herbs, you might want to rest here and reset it by RTSR. But I've got plenty of herbs, so I'm just going to keep going. Clear up the explosive barrel room. Here we go. I'm going to start by just doing the fire trap. In the back, we blew up the first cast runner, good. Hit the second, good. Alright, we're just going to sit here and let it take out that enemy and the fire. And now we're going to destroy this room. We want this room to be cleared out for when we're dealing with the Iron Warrior. Boom. Okay. Alright, now for this next enemy, you can toss out a Yearn just for safety. It's not really necessary. Sneak behind him. Backstab. Backstab doesn't quite finish him off, so we're going to wait till he stands back up. Poke him in the back. Easy. And we'll open this door. The next two enemies, we're going to just shoot this down along. Toss out a Yearn. Switch to the black bow. And kill them while they're distracted. Now we could use iron arrows for this. Iron arrows are the best option for these guys because they're highly resistant to all magic damage. But I can't really be bothered to switch to iron arrows. Magic arrows are good enough for this. Alright, time to go. Alright, now for the Iron Warrior. There's a cool strat you can do here where you buff with Hush, you turn him around with an arrow, and you just kind of sneak past without even aggroing him. It's really cool. I wish we could use it. Unfortunately, it is not marathon safe. There's a chance he just doesn't turn around when he should, and you get stuck under the lava from his shoulder, and then you just die. So what we're going to do instead is lure him out with Dark Fog. So we're going to position ourselves next to here so we're ready to get back through. We don't want to be stuck in here once he's aggroed. So I'm going to wait till the fire starts shooting. Toss out the fog. Now we're ready to go. Should be able to get through here before he catches us. We timed it at all well. Wait for him around a corner, try and get that poison off. Oh, watch for him running. That running jumping attack can close a lot of distance very quickly. Watch out for it. And now we're just going to lure him back. He will not follow us all the way to the ladder. Is he deaggroing? What's he doing? Watch for him around these corners. Okay, he's deaggroing. Good. And he died to the fire. Excellent. You just want to make sure you get back to him and re-aggro him before he gets around the corner again. That's the most important thing. But yeah, the fire does a lot of damage to him, which is strange because he's extremely resistant to fire damage when we do it. But for some reason, fire from this statue still hurts him a lot. Anyway, we're clear. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that guy, because he has some big attacks and he can close the distance pretty fast with that jump. Anyway, moving on to the Scorching Iron Scepter. Before we go in here, we're going to re-equip the chime so we can homeward out. Keep the cat ring on. That'll be. We don't. Well, I guess we don't really need it anymore, but might as well. We're gonna buff fall control. Gonna restore those yearns just in case. We got plenty of herbs, and there's not much left of the run, so just gonna burn one of those. Fall control. Check. Yearns at the ready. Let's go. We're gonna have to move quickly once we get to the drop down the ladder. Now we're just gonna yearn and run. We will get invaded when we go down there, and we're gonna have to move fast to get the scepter and homeward out before we get caught. So drop down here, drop over here with the fall control, so we'd survive. Now we're just gonna get that scepter and roll into the corner because they will explode. So yearn, homeward, grab the scepter, quickly roll away from these exploding fire guys, get into this corner, homeward out, next split,